You're the strong one, the one who holds it all together. But lately, it feels like you're falling apart. If that's you, you're in the right place. I'm Cassie, and this is the Grace Over Grind series. It's a show for women who are tired of quick fixes, shame spirals, and starting over. This series is for the woman who's been doing it all and still feels like she's failing. Today's episode is your permission slip to take a pause, breathe, and believe there's another way. Let's dive in. Welcome to episode 6. All right, this episode is about feeling disconnected from your body. You avoid mirrors, photos, you avoid yourself. You glance away when you pass your reflection. You skip photos with your kids or hide behind someone else. Does that sound familiar? You scroll through old photos thinking, that used to be me. But now you feel foreign in your own skin. Uncomfortable, unrecognizable, like you've somehow drifted away from the woman you used to be, and you don't know how to get back. So today, we're diving into something that so many of us struggle with, but rarely say it out loud. The deep disconnection, how we feel from our own bodies, like especially when we don't believe in ourselves anymore. With disconnection, what does it actually feel like? Body disconnection is more than just not liking the way you look. It's not about your weight or your clothing size or stretch marks. It's about not feeling at home in your own body anymore. You know, you've had that feeling. I know you have. See, it's also about ignoring hunger until you're starving. Does that sound familiar? It's punishing your body with workouts instead of moving from love. You know, you ate something more, so you're just going to burn these calories to make up for what you ate, right? It's only touching your stomach to suck it in. It's hearing your child say, come take a picture with me. And you say, not right now. You know, you're not avoiding mirrors because you're vain. You're avoiding mirrors because deep down, it hurts. It hurts when you see your reflection in the mirror and you see how you are now and you wonder, man, how did I get this way? How did I do this? Because when you see yourself, it reminds you of everything you're not right now. Not as strong, not as confident. You're hiding behind your clothes, not as energized, not as you. And that pain, that ache, I'm here to tell you it's valid. It is so valid. All right. And this is why it happens. See, we're going to talk about how you got here because this did not happen overnight. And you know that it didn't. Maybe life got heavy. You became the caretaker, the go-to, the fixer. That sound familiar? And in the middle of showing up for everyone else, you stopped checking in on yourself. You ignored your own needs. You numbed the stress with food, with work, or overserving. You went through the motions, but you stopped feeling because feeling, it was just too much. You couldn't do it. And over time, that numbness, that just became your new normal. That's where you're at. Like, this is just me. Does that sound familiar? You don't hear what your body is asking for anymore. You only hear what it's criticizing. And it makes sense. Because how could you stay connected to a body you only speak to with shame? And I'm going to say that again because I've traveled down that road. I've traveled down it. And it's a pretty dark road. And I totally get it. See, because how can you stay connected to a body that you only speak to with shame? So what is it costing you? What is this disconnection? What does it mean? You know, it's not just emotional. It's physical, it's mental, and it's spiritual. So get your pen and paper. Write this down. So you struggle to rest because you don't trust that your body deserves it. You second guess your hunger because you've been taught to suppress it. You don't need to eat that. You don't need that. You're not really hungry. You dread intimacy because you don't want to be seen. You feel like you're performing wellness, not experiencing it. You're just doing it to do it. You don't enjoy it. You're just doing it because you have to. You're doing all the right things. The workouts, the water, the meal plans. But deep down, you're still waiting for the switch to flip. When's it going to turn on? When's this going to happen for me? I'm doing everything. You're still waiting to finally feel like yourself again. But friends, what if the switch isn't found in the mirror? Let me say that again. What if it's not found in the mirror, but in the reconnection? See, this is grace-driven reconnection. See, you don't need to hate your way into healing. You don't need to earn your body's worth back. You just need to come home one moment at a time. So you still have your pen and paper out? Keep it out, because here's where you're going to start. Okay. Number one, you're going to speak to yourself like someone you love. And what I mean by that is the things that you say to yourself. Would you say that to your daughter? Would you say that to your best friend? Then don't say it to your body. Okay. Number two, touch your body with care, not with criticism. Moisturize slowly. Stretch gently. Place your hands on your belly and say, thank you for caring for me. Because typically when we place our hands on our stomach, we're like, ooh, it's really bugging me. Stomach's pushing out a little bit. We don't want to do that. Place your hands on your belly and say, thank you for carrying me. Number three, move to reconnect, not to burn. Dance in your kitchen. Walk without a tracker. Breathe deep and feel what it means to simply be in your body, not to fix it. Your body's carried you a long way. Number four, choose visibility. Take the photo. That's a deep one for me. Like, that really is, because it took me so long to be able to take a photo. So long to take it and not criticize every little thing that I saw. That's something I still deal with on a day-to-day basis. But I do it. I take the photo. So choose to take the photo. Look in the mirror without judgment, even for 2 seconds. Just do it. Can you do that? When you can sit there and look in that mirror and you can see yourself for you, that's deep. It's not to criticize you, not to critique every part of your body, but to see yourself, to really see you. Because that woman is staring back at you. She's still in there. She's just waiting for you to remember her. And you know what? While you do this, there's going to be some tears shed. There really is. Because I also want you to have a conversation with yourself while you're doing this. And it may start out for only 2 seconds, but you're going to get farther where you can sit in the mirror and just look at yourself and just really see you, because you're in there. You're in there. You're just fighting to remember. She's just waiting for you to pull her back out. So here is the thing. If you've been avoiding your reflection, if you feel like a stranger in your own skin, I want you to know this. Your body has carried you through so much. Some of you have been through more things than you ever thought you would go through. Some of you have helped family members go through things during times that they never thought they would go through. You were there to pick them up. You were there to carry them. You were there to do everything. And your body has gotten you through all of that. See, your body's not broken and you're not broken. You're just disconnected. And reconnection does not require punishment. It just requires presence. Your presence. That's all that it requires. So this is Grace Over Grind, where we stop punishing our bodies and start partnering with them. You're allowed to feel beautiful, strong, and present. Not someday. Today, okay? You're going to feel that way today. So let's come home to ourselves together. I hope this felt like a deep exhale. If you needed to hear this today, take it as your sign that you're not behind and you're not broken. Want support or a next step? DM me the word grace on Instagram at Cassie_Covey That's Cassie, Cassie _ Covey, COV as in Victor, EY, and I'll send you a free resource to guide you forward. Until next time, give yourself grace, drink some water, and remember, you're worthy of showing up for yourself also.